At this time, we're ready for our third speaker. And I'd like in our evaluator, Jeff Chilson, to introduce Lindsay Noll, who's going to be brave today, and I'm so proud of her. And welcome, Jeff.
What we're all waiting for, an icebreaker speech. We love icebreaker speeches because we get to meet
Speak for yourself.
The goal, of course, of this speech is just to get comfortable speaking in front of an audience. So this is a great opportunity here to work on that, just working through some of those nerves. And I was recalling from back when I first started in Toastmasters, and we worked with a number of our mentors. They said, the Toastmasters doesn't make the butterflies go away, but it'll make them fly in formation. So I could give that to you, Lindsay, as a little bit of encouragement.
Thanks.
So today's speech, Lindsay will be giving her icebreakers and mentions. She's going to introduce herself. Her speech title is From LB to OG. Now look at me. Her speech is 4 to 6 minutes, Andrew. So let her know that she's among friends. Give her a warm welcome. Please welcome rising star Lindsay Noll.
Hello all. Thank you for the warm welcome. I am a bit nervous today, and who would have thought you had to bring notes about yourself? Go figure. As Jeff said, my title is LB to OG, now look at me. My name is Lindsay Noll, not to be mistaken for Nicole, it's N-A-C-O-E. Where that comes from, I'm still not quite sure. However, as a kid growing up, I always lied and said it was Nicole because nobody knew what the heck that word was. So, a little background on that. Today I am speaking about myself. I want to walk you through my 34 years of life and how I became LB to OG and where I am now. It all started at birth. I was born 4/10/1982. To two loving parents who I know are still married over 50 years, which kudos to them. I was born here in Jackson at Foot Hospital. And from day one, my dad has always been a jokester. And this is where the LB comes from. So it was always, Lindsay, Binsy, Boonsy, Bouncy, Bay, how was your day? So to shorten it up, because one of my friends could remember that, I'm like, what is that your dad says again about you? It became LB. And from there, I'd like to add in a little bit of family background. I am a sister of two. I have an older and younger sister. And I will say I do have middle child syndrome. Anybody a middle child in here? Failing, yes. Carl, you feel me. So the older ones do whatever they want, right? And the younger ones get whatever they want. And the middle child's there doing all the chores. At least that's how I felt. So the struggle is real being a younger child, or excuse me, a middle child. All jokes aside, though, they were my first best friends, and we're still really close. We're a really close family, so it's nice to have that support. From childhood, parent background, I moved into kindergarten. I remember the day like it was yesterday. I did attend JPS, which is Jackson Public Schools, from kindergarten until 12th grade. It was a great experience. I was always an outgoing kid. I had a lot of friends. I was not shy. At times it worried my parents because they said, hey, I dare you to do this. Yep, I'll do it. I'll be the first one to do it. And now it's funny to see because my daughter's a spitting image. And my son is very conservative, where he likes to sit back and watch everybody first to make sure nobody gets hurt. And he's like, oh, okay, I guess I'll do it. So it's funny to see that difference. The biggest thing that I remember from all my parent-teacher conferences is my geometry teacher. In 7th grade, it was kind of a drag going in there every day. Nobody wanted to go to math class, and I was always the kid, good morning, everybody. How was everybody's day? Teach, how you doing today? So that's something kind of followed me around, and the teachers always joked about it, how I could just uplift the classroom, even in math class. Another big thing that sticks out to me from my school years, in high school, I played 4 sports. My major ones were basketball, volleyball, and softball. I will say they were very impactful for me because it taught me teamwork. It wasn't all about me. We had to work as a team. And I loved having a different coach every year because I am a firm believer that you can only learn so much from one person. So that just really taught me a lot about that. And then, of course, the competitive aspect and being a good sportsman. So really cheering on your fellow teammates, the other teams, even if they lost, won, it did not matter. That's not what it was about. From high school, I did venture off to what was JCC, now formerly JC. Though I still call it JCC. Sorry, Bridget. And there, you know, those 2 years, it was kind of a weird stage in life. I was out of high school and in college, but it was all my high school friends there. So, did I study the hardest? Yeah, no, I just went there. I made it by and everything, but I did start working at Olive Garden, and that's where the OG comes from. Everybody, we always called all of our coworkers OGers, so that's where the OG comes from. And this played a big role in my life for the fact that I did my 2 years at JCC while working at the OG, and then I said, you know what, I like making money better than going to school. I became a manager with the Olive Garden, moved to Indiana. I checked that box on the application, yes, I want to move out of state. Thinking I was going to Florida, somewhere really cool, went to Indiana. Did that, yeah, very, very happy with that. I did that for about 5 years, and during that time frame, I did become married. I had 2 children that I have spoke about. I had Eliana, who is now 10 and in 5th grade, and Hector, who is 8 and in 2nd grade. And that was very life-changing. At that time, I realized that working the restaurant business, great experience, learned so many life lessons, anywhere from time management to the business aspects of managing time, waste, product, that kind of thing. Then I realized, you know, I don't want to get out at midnight anymore. This is not me. I want to wear a suit or something. I don't want to smell like Olive Garden when I leave here anymore. So I went back to school. I left the Olive Garden. I returned to Siena Heights and Adrian, where I commuted from Jackson. And it was a great experience. I got my bachelor's degree in Spanish and in elementary education. I got out really pumped and excited. There were no teaching jobs. You only need one Spanish teacher at every school. So it was very, very challenging at that point in my life. Got a little discouraged. I subbed for a few years. Has anybody ever had the opportunity of subbing? It's for the birds, right? It's your first day every day. The kids are really nice to the subs. So at that point, I started looking for something different. I didn't know what I wanted to do, and that's where I am now. I'm at Michigan Community Credit Union. I started off as a part-time teller, moved into the marketing department, and now I'm a branch manager. Love my job, love what I do. Looking how to make it to the next step. My ideal retirement would be owning a bed and breakfast. I'd love to cook and spoil people, so that would be ideal for me. Overall, though, I would say I have a pretty normal life. It was work, school, kids, and now I'm here as a happy mom. Thank you.
We have 1 minute again, Andrew, please.
Yes, ma'am.